Wake up, Doctor. I know you must be very tired right now.
Oh, they got
but
me
there's
in a new
still
fit.
lots of work that needs to be done. We can't afford to have you resting. Sorry, just teasing. We're all done for today. But if you want to rest, you ought to head back to your cabin. You'll catch a cold out here. Oh, actually, Blaze came back from Baidzao a few days ago, and she's only just found the time to hand in her report on the trip. It might not have been an official Rhodes Island mission, but a lot of things happened while she was there. I would guess the whole ordeal has had quite an effect on her, considering how deeply tied she was to it all. Speaking of Baidzao, we've never been there, have we? The youngest brother of the Soy family, Yu, was based there, but he's now joined his siblings aboard Rhodes Island. Oh, no, not you, Doctor. His name is Yu. He's a legendary chef who also ran a highly regarded restaurant in Baidzao called Savors at Yu's. Remember his first day on Rhodes? Neon pulled him away to make her a hot pot, which ended up turning into a mini Soy family restaurant. Oh, it must have given some
Where
of the
was
Yanese
this?
operators
I would
quite
love to see the manga
scare.
on that, because the
It
game
only
gave us
took
no
5
freaking
days
illusions
for
to it.
Yu to bond with our kitchen crew and find his footing. Now he's even trying his hand at non-Yanese cuisines. I suppose
That's
they
pretty
don't call
freaking
him
wild.
the best chef in Baidzao for nothing. Blaze also put together some information from her trip for us. Let's take a look together, Doctor.
That's right, the animation just keeps getting better. Just keeps on getting better as the game goes on. Like, it's wild to see how we've gotten to this point from years ago. Just frickin' years. Oh, what's up, Nier? Been a long time since I've seen you streaming. Asking about the stream or what's going on in the stream? Because this is the 5.5 or 5.5 anniversary for Arknights. And almost every anniversary or kind of limited event, which is what this is about to be. Yeah. Oh, come on. You know how to just press the button and make it go live. But good to see you. It's been a while since I've last kind of talked with you. Let's see.
Desserts, fresh out of the oven, while supplies last. You want one? Here you go.
Do I hear a voice?
Jeez.
Allow me to formally
Did they just create the
introduce
machine
our
for
other
it?
host for today, a new friend of
Like, that's
ours
kind of
from the
crazy
Viennese
that they're just
restaurant,
beaming your
Savers
thoughts into the
at
public like
Hughes.
that. Oh,
你好, Amia. Here, a tangerine cake, fresh out of the oven.
so
Give it a
you's
try.
MCing for this. I figured they'd do another sibling, but they got him for it.
Oh my, it's delicious. Is this a Bide Sao specialty?
Cute
No wonder
donkey
Blaze
girl.
wouldn't stop talking about them after she got back.
Be careful with that because
In
then you'll
fact,
ignite
I'd
the
say
argument
Baizao's
of
real
whether she's a
specialty
rabbit
is
or a
just food in
donkey.
general.
Or something else
After all,
altogether.
The name Baizao means 100 stoves in
Oh,
Anni.
stream elements, I
Refers to 10
forgot
all
that.
cooking stoves under heaven.
Ekine in the mine.
I
Or
suppose they say
Ekine in
to
the mine? One of
people,
those?
food is heaven. That's a Viennese
Oh,
saying
Uma
your sister
Musume.
Shu taught me.
Nah, I haven't actually
That sounds
started
like
on
Shu
it.
all right.
It's been
not
tempting
wrong.
considering I've seen people like
She also mentioned a Baizao
ma-
tradition.
like
some
frickin'
special
Pats
event
or
called,
fucking Wooly, super best friends and Castle
what's it?
Super Beast host playing
Feast
that.
of 100
Of which I've
devils.
already said, if you can
It's
get
held every
either
year
of those
during
two
the
to play the
Mid-Autumn
game, you're
Festival,
doing something
when
right.
the crew long
I
hosts
take it
dinner for
you've jumped on
mandarins of all
to
lands
becoming a
discuss state
trainer.
affairs. Big restaurants go wild copying the feast
Speaking
menu,
of,
and eventually they become popular street foods
Alright.
you can get at hawker stalls.
I see. Bide
Oh,
Sao
since you play the
really is a
game.
culinary paradise.
does it
Well,
actually
of
get you
course.
to want to
Whether
roll
you're
in the
seeking
game, or
delicacies from Yen's
are you
four
good
major
with the characters
cuisines
that they
or
give
your
you?
typical snack, you'll be able to find what you're looking for in Baizao.
Because as far as I've
Oh,
heard, people have
skills
been
unmatched.
saving up for a
Chefs
unit
from
that's
the 4
apparently
great
coming out
restaurants are
soon.
Extraordinary cooks too.
Or rather, a horse.
I've heard those 4 restaurants will serve any Viennese dish you can think of.
That's the best way
Blaze
of
was
thinking
telling
about
me
it.
how she took
When they
part
just
in a
give you
chef
the
selection
character,
at
why go for rolling?
Ding Dong Lo? If I ever get the chance, I'd
Thankfully,
love to
they
try
don't do
eating
what
there.
FGO does and make it so you have to get dupes to make a character
Right,
viable.
Blaze culinary
But
talent.
even then,
I'm tragically
that's a
familiar
whole
with
different other
those.
discussion.
But if you want some proper Viennese home cooking, the obvious choice is my own Savers at Hughes. You won't find better flavors in all Baizao, I guarantee it.
Neon did mention your restaurant before, and I remember seeing a package from it here at Rhodes Island. The return address was from the acting manager.
That's right. I asked my buddy Jiang to take care of Savers for me. I might be away, but her stove can never go out. There are still plenty of hungry customers to feed.
So it's kind of
after
like
all.
trying to unbind them or something like
It'd
that.
be a terrible pity if Bide Sao
Speaking
ever ran
of
out
Azure
such
Lane,
tasty
I take it
treats.
you haven't really been playing that too
I've
much.
heard that stoves line the streets of the city, and crowds gather around them to watch the chefs
Alright,
work.
oh, I've done
Is
that.
that true?
Now I
Makes
can
for
do
quite
this.
the sight, doesn't it? Those are actually stoves the restaurants use for
Eh,
cook-offs.
I feel the same
They
way
have other
myself,
uses too.
considering
Awfully convenient. That package I got came with a few photos of Baizao.
eh,
Seeing
I'd
is
say for
believing,
me I
as
kept
they say.
playing for a while. I
Why don't we
still
have a
do
look,
here and
Anni?
there. Oh. Another wheels animation. What's he got cooked up this time?
Is that one of the stoves you just mentioned?
It is. It will absorb any nearby stupidities and use them to fill its skill
But
gauge.
back on the AL thing,
there's
yeah,
one.
I'm
Hit it.
starting to hit the death
It's
throws
a
for
spirit
myself.
born of the meals people
Had a
cook
good
every
run.
day. It can't be blocked, and it'll keep moving towards the stove so it can be absorbed.
Eh,
The stove's skill gauge is nearly full.
I can see
I'm
that.
guessing it will give the enemies a powerful
When they give you
attack,
consequences, it
just
starts to
like one of
feel
our
like a job.
operators.
That's
Oh, they
right.
got neon this time.
Once its skill gauge fills, we can manually activate its skill, summoning Sapid Auspice that deal true damage to all enemies in their path.
Why does that feel like a double-edged sword?
Amazing! We can take out the enemies in one go! Oh, but even so,
Yeah.
we can't get comfortable.
Sure
At this
enough,
point, it just doesn't
if the
feel
stupidity gets
as
damaged by
fun.
an
It just
enemy
feels like a
5
chore
times,
sometimes.
it will transform into
And
a
then you
rapidity.
have the PR ships, of
What's
which
the rapidity?
They're
well,
abominations born of the meals people
it's
destroy.
another German ship, but
And
apparently
just
this
as
time we're
words,
getting a,
they can't
I
be
think
blocked.
it's not Dutch, but a Swedish.
Look, it
DR this time,
It's headed
which is
right for the
wild.
derelict stove. Vapidities will approach them on their own, and the derelict stoves absorb nearby ones, just like regular stoves.
Oh, that's true.
Skill gauge
Why
is
do that
full,
when you could just
it
do
will
a UR
automatically
fleet?
release a vapid blight, which will
Oh,
deal
PR got a
damage
little
to
wild
all
after
our
4.
allies in its path.
Apparently, USS finally got
They fill
a
up derelict
DR.
stoves, yet can't be blocked.
Kearsarge.
They really are dangerous foes.
Literal
So
BBV.
how are we supposed to stop them?
Let's have
So
Blaze
now
demonstrate.
you can do,
Once a
you can play with
vapidity
the
is attacked
Abomination.
15 times,
You
it
can
will
play
turn
with
into
the
a
aircraft
stupidity
carrier
and
that's
start
trying to
moving
be a
towards
battleship.
regular stone, feeling its skill gauge upon arrival.
In other words, as long as we clean up the Vapidities as quickly as possible, there'll be more and more Sapidities on the battlefield, turning things to our favor. I see. This means we should be deploying operators with rapid attacks.
Correct. Controlling the number of Sapidities and Vapidities on the field is
Oh,
the
yeah.
key to victory.
Also, funnily enough, Gear Lab apparently updated with a better float plane ship. Well, with better float planes for both of them. Very freaking funny because it was really late in the game.
Well said. I'll keep that in mind.
Something else to keep in mind is that the enemies will also be doing all they can to defeat the Sapidities, to
This,
give themselves the advantage.
Oh, that
yeah,
enemy shaped
special
like a
gear.
wine
Well,
cup
the
just pulled a
modules, I
Sapidity
think
its
they're
way.
called, or whatever else.
That one's called a vanity. It can pull a
They're
Sapidity
called.
in range towards itself.
They were a good
quickly
update.
turning
They
it
actually
into
breathed
a
some good
Sapidity.
life into some ships.
What a unique ability. We'll have to take care of it before it can act.
Yeah. At this point, I'd
See that food
argue,
delivery
at
box
least
floating
going off of
around
the
over
way
there?
games are, Azure Lane is starting to become like what
It's pulling
GFL was.
Sapidities and Vapidities into a hidden compartment.
It doesn't make as
It's
much as it
called a
used to,
forebot. It can absorb up to 4
and
Sapidities
ironically,
or
GFL is
Vapidities
starting
in
to actually
total.
surpass it in some
And
ways
it
here
can
and
fill
there.
up
Well,
derelict
GFL
stoves
2.
with an equivalent amount of skill points.
Is that so? Then we
Speaking
have
of
to
GFL
destroy
2,
them
I should
before they
probably
reach
log
the
in and
derelict
check on some
stoves.
stuff later.
That's right. But take care. Once defeated, it spawns Vapidities
Well, considering
equal
you're
to
an
the
Ump
total
9
it can
fan, I'm
absorb.
just gonna say probably best
Uh,
you don't for
seems
now
like it'll be a
because
bit
you ain't
tricky
getting
to
hurt
deal with.
anytime soon, and
It's
Cian
not the
already
only
has
enemy
her.
that can absorb these apparitions
Like, we
either.
just got
Look at that one.
Springfield, and she's busted as
Its
hell.
cheeks are all puffed up.
We got...
Mm.
Oh, it's not that
one's
she's
called
that late of an
Well,
addition.
and it's got a copper
It's
point
that
in its
she came out earlier on
When it
CN,
spits out
but
that
because of
flame,
how
whoever
fucked
it hits
GFL
will
2
feel
was
sharp
on the
pain,
CN
like the
side,
burn of hot oil,
partially because of the
not
Raymond
the
bullshit,
nicest feeling.
and the thing where if you deleted the
would be
beta
best
client,
if
it
you
would delete your
deprive
C
them of their
drive.
coins before they got too
They
close
decided to
to
do a
operators
whole
with low
rewrite of
defense.
stuff, so now
Like, say,
Ump 9
deploying specialist
is...
operators
We
as
don't know
bait.
when we're getting her on
Watch
the
out, though.
Ian
It can
side,
absorb nearby Sapidities and
but...
Vapidities to replenish
And this
its
is the
coin
funny
supply.
part of it.
So we'll need to get the
While we
timing
don't
of
know
our
when we're
shots
gonna get
just
her, they've
right.
told us in this
Like how you
current
control
stream
the
for, I
heat
guess you
when
can
you're
say, the
cooking.
half anniversary, where this time we got
That just simply
Springfield, we
absorbed the
got
Sapidity. Oh wow.
MP5,
That's a reminiscence.
or
It
Perry
stays
as
still
she's
at
going
first,
by,
but
and
once it
Faye,
absorbs
or I
a
think it's
Sapidity or a Vapidity, it will take off right
C735
away.
or
It looks
C375.
rather sturdy. I doubt it'll be easy to bring down.
But basically, they told us in that stream we're gonna be
Yep.
getting
And after it gets flies,
VSK,
it will soon get away. Best to smash
likely
it before it
next.
activates in the first place.
and we're gonna get some electric characters because currently Mosin Nagant is the only electric
Biggest,
type character in the
baddest
game.
enemy we'll encounter.
Well,
Gluttony.
on the English
Let
side.
me guess. Its abilities certainly involve
And
absorbing
believe me
these
when I say the electric
apparitions.
team looks very crazy because you got Andorus, you got
guess.
Ump
You can
45,
treat
Ump
gluttony
9,
like a walking derelict stove.
I forget who else.
Spits gobs of acid at our operators
But
over
so
a wide
far,
range.
that's
It has a
that.
shield
But
that reduces the
with the
damage
current
twice.
release, they've
It
just
also absorbs all
given
Sapidities
us
and Vapidities in range
AK-15
to
and
gain skill
AN-94.
points. Once it's
And
filled up
another
on
character
those,
called
it will
Batilda.
summon a vapid blight, bringing great harm to our operators. In
But
the second phase, It's a
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little hyped that those two are coming back. Sucks that we're not gonna get RPK 16, but that's a whole thing with lore. I would rather Mika deal with that.
Sounds rather hard to handle.
I feel like they're gonna do AK-12 like they did UMP-40. Pretty much they're gonna do a lore thing of she's coming back from the dead or something like that. Yeah, UMP-40 is in GFL2 now on the CN side. She apparently is a backup of the previous one. So, I guess death doesn't matter for T-Dolls unless you're like M4 or Sapo. Which, so far, we've gotten some updates for that. Sapo may be coming in the future, but we don't know when. And Mika is being tight-lipped as always. Alright. Let's see. How does this look? Oh yeah, she seriously does. I would really love to see how she plays in the game, as well as what she does. Like, if she's electric, interesting. If she's physical, that'd be crazy, considering physical does have some crazy units, but they take a shit ton of investment. Yes, the game is very, very, I wouldn't say too heavy on it, but there's a lot of synergy with the elements.
How about we go for a walk? The sunlight out there is just perfect.
My ink and pen may never rest my secret.
Crystal U, why does that name ring a bell?
I'm back. Yep, signing with my real name this time. Guju Wong. I'm still the same old me though, so just call me Blaze like you used to, Doctor.
I won't fight for nothing, but for the right prize. I'm in. The land is home to many friends, but nothing compares to the taste of family reunion.
Alright. I mean, you can get that. I'm trying to remember because I don't think they have the loading screen comics, but they do have like some loading screen stills of stuff from like events and whatnot. You kind of do have resource management. It's just more in the AL kind of way. Like, I forget what it's called, what the stamina system's called, but you have that, and you don't have the firepower, the manpower, the parts and all that shit. That isn't in 2. It is very simplified. And if you're used to what XCOM has, in which sometimes your attacks can miss, that's not in there. Yeah, 2 might not be what you want, since it's a little more heavier on the XCOM vibe, but like I said, they changed that up a bit. Because with XCOM, you could miss an attack. For GFL 2, you don't miss attacks, but you can do 0 damage. Because of this new aspect of it called, I forget. It was, stability.
She's mainly responsible.
The more stability you have, the more you reduce damage. Well, you and enemies reduce damage dealt. But if you hit 0, they start hitting you for hard.
I hope to meet her soon.
Pretty much. You aren't missing, but you are hitting them with a soggy biscuit.
Surfer's always out and about in a hurry. You'll surely find her on Rhodes Island. I'll be happy to introduce you. Surfer is a Vanguard operator, an agent to be specific. Her talent generates extra deployment points if she is deployed with no other operators on the 4 tiles beside her. When she activates her skill, her attack
Too late to jump into GFL 2, or too late for something else?
Not only does she generate DP, but she will steal defense from her target. Ooh,
Because, like I said, I
so she
understand
can
if you don't want to
quickly
touch it.
stock up on DP, lower the enemy's
I've only
defense,
jumped in just because I was
and
curious,
increase
and
her own survivability.
I've got a
Impressive.
problem that when I commit, I go in.
She picks fruit in the forest even when she's busy gathering intelligence. She's used to juggling roles.
Well,
Say, those wild fruits could
that
make
actually
some
does
mighty
bring up a
fine
good
meals
question
at
of,
home.
I wonder if
Red
Nick is going to
Baizel
try and
cuisine and
implement
food culture,
those
right?
girls into the
It's got
system.
notes on all sorts of fruit
Because a
dishes.
song beast would be an interesting one.
Wow, I flipped through that in the cafeteria before.
That
believe it was
and
written by
with the
one of our
current
new
story,
recruits,
we're currently seeing a lot of Nitos.
She's amazing.
Or Nitos,
Indeed.
however you pronounce that.
Xingzhu's also a Baizel historian. Not only does she have a deep understanding of the city's history, she has
I
an
mean,
even
you might be
deeper
able to hear it in
understanding of
Japanese
the
and
flavor
Chinese.
profiles
And
at
Korean.
every single restaurant in Baizel.
But
She
that's
sounds
if
a lot
they'd
like
ever
you,
decide to do
dedicating
that.
your lives to the pursuit of flavor. Whenever Rhodes Island operators are headed off to Baijiao, Xingju will give them her latest travel guide. It's chock full of local eateries with barely any space for anything else.
Food is just as important to her as history. After all,
Shark Attack.
a
That's an old
civilization's
one I haven't
culinary
seen in a while.
traditions say a lot
Starting
about
to
its
make me
past.
want to
Xingzhu is
hop
a
on
supporter
GFL 1
operator
again.
of the Jur branch.
I'll probably
The
do that
talent
sometime
allows her
next
to grant
month.
sanctuary to 2 other allies in range. Once her skill is activated, her attacks heal allies in range.
It do be
Swapping
like that
between dishing
sometimes.
out arts and
It do
healing
be like
wounds
that.
is a lot like how she switches between gourmand mode and historian mode. She seems a bit like Blaze, the one who introduced Xingju to Rhodes Island in the first place. She's been spending all her time in the training room lately, saying she wants to explore new possibilities for her Originium arts.
You're talking about Gu Zhuhuang, right?
Unsuitable how?
First time we met, she said my tangerine cakes weren't
Like,
sweet enough.
if you want,
She called
I can
them
show you one that
inauthentic.
has a really funny,
There's nobody
unsuitable
in all
one.
of Baizel who makes tastier tangerine cakes than
Let's
me.
see, where can I find it?
Guaranteed.
Well, Blaze has
And this
always
is-
been
oh.
a little obsessed with tangerine cakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
So
find
I
a way to get
imagine
that
she
one
has
over.
Unique expectations when it
Oh,
comes
yeah.
to their taste. The ones you made might be a little bit different from the ones she remembers.
Yep.
But in my opinion, they're the best anywhere on town.
Yes. Kruger changed.
Obviously.
They really changed him. This man looked like he went on
Let me
vacation and he's been
reintroduce
enjoying that
Blaze.
shit.
Blaze
I don't
has
like
made
it.
public her birth
I
name,
don't like it.
Gu
That's not the Kruger
Zhuhuang.
I know.
Her recent
But yeah,
return
check
to her
this one
hometown
out.
of
This is a
Baijiao
wild one.
was to look into past events involving her father.
That's the
She
new,
has taken
well,
on a
I guess you
new
can say
battlefield role as
guild
the
character,
primal
well, character you
caster.
can get from playing like
Blaze
the
igniting
guild
spark. She's put down her
events
chainsaw for
in
the
GFL
moment,
2.
instead using burn damage to continually
Like,
harm
those
her
straps are
enemies.
hanging on for
Her
dear
skills
fucking
are
life.
also all about spreading the
It
burn.
would be surprising.
Whenever a burn damage burst is triggered on the battlefield, the enemy triggering it will receive some extra elemental damage, while Blaze herself will recover some health. Once she activates her skill, enemies she attacks will leave behind a burning field. Enemies passing through this field will also receive burn damage. If you time things right, you can take out a massive group of enemies in one fell swoop.
So, carpet
While I
bombing.
question her culinary prowess, based on her battlefield performance, Zhu Huang's handling of burn damage is remarkably savvy. The igniting spark indeed.
Yeah.
Speaking of burn damage, you're rather
Well,
familiar
that's
with it
crazy.
too. Isn't that right,
Yeah,
you?
let's see.
You should also formally introduce yourself to the doctors watching. They haven't gotten a chance to know you yet. I have here an informational video on you. Before your self-introduction,
Let's see if I can find it.
watch it together, shall we?
Huh? When did you... Ah!
The history of Yen. Is that of fire?
I'll probably have to find it later.
Burn.
It's annoying when these things don't work.
Then came the forge fires of the smiths. To this day, it has become a stove burner, beneath the pots. The tale we tell today is of a young Shin by Aston. The beginning was chaos, and within that chaos was a ferret, whose body was split into 12 Shins. The first 11 each displayed unparalleled ability in one scale and took the form of human. Only the youngest Shin chose.
Love we're getting more sweet lore.
What did he stay to do? Ponder what? What it truly means to be human. But if you never stepped into the mortal realm, you'd been pondering that forever. The youngest Shin pondered for a time before finally setting foot onto the lands of human. And what a bitter land it was, one beset by infinite crisis and inescapable mortality. But it was also beautiful, for there's always a spark ready to kindle a new age, an eternal flame. The human realm is flushed with heavenly delights and bled mortal agonies. The youngest Shin looked all around, but found himself lost. Things change over centuries like clouds fleeting overhead. All that remains is an inexplicable flavor lingering in the heart. And so the youngest Shin stayed amongst us mortals, hiding on ordinary streets. He took the sorrowful partings and joyful reunions and made them into the
Am I still streaming FG? Am I still FGOing? Here and there. FGO kind of went the way that AL went for me. Then I lost my account, well, my main account. And now I have regained that by emailing the support, ironically.
Stop gassing people up. Get back to work.
So, since I was lucky to get it back, I have been doing diligence in keeping the transfer codes on me.
Trouble will come knocking tomorrow.
Yep, got that back. So far, I do log in every once in a while, and I've just been doing it just for the rewards.
Now I really want to go see
But
Sabers
I
at
have
East
not had much of the want to play it too much.
Shouldn't be a problem. Alright.
Like, it's hard to get back into FGO after I took like a whole year or two hiatus.
And I'm the youngest of the sweet siblings.
But I'm not. I was actually lucky
Anyway,
in that
I
case.
lived in Baizhou for a long time, where I ran a restaurant called Savers at
And trust me, I remember
It was
sending
mostly
that
me and
email
everyone
telling
there.
them all
Operating
of
the
the
restaurant
servants,
while making sure
I want to say
everything
all of the, I
tastes
think the
right.
200 or so servants that I had.
Making sure
As far
things
as I can
taste right
tell,
is the most important part of
Ash
my
the
job.
Savior is out,
Doesn't
and
matter
I've been
if
trying
you're
to
putting
grab
together
her.
a small snack or
And
a
I'm
grand
thinking
main
about
course.
on
It needs
my
a focused mind
alternate
and lots of
account
study.
trying to roll
Most
for
of the time.
Melusine. Well, on my main one I go
Kitchen
for
is like a war
Artoria.
zone. Groceries today,
well,
enemies tomorrow.
Zertoria.
No time to slack.
Summer Zertoria, I should
I'm what
say.
they call a primal protector. Whenever I block enemies, I also deal burn damage to them.
That
Activate
and
my
maybe
skills,
get
I
the
draw enemy fire a lot more easily. I
Bowen
can also
Sif
gather the foes to my side,
summer version,
focusing
because
dealing
she actually does
whole
look like
lot
she's
of
fun to
burn
play.
damage to them. Other operators can attack through my wall of fire for some extra damage too. These sorts of abilities pair well with concentrated fire from other operators, letting you control the battlefield more efficiently. So, I can help us
Oh
get
yeah,
the
she
upper
really
hand
does.
a
Like,
lot quicker.
it sucks that
Thank
she's
you,
a
friends.
pretender, so
It's
she
almost
only
as if you're
she's
treating
good with night
enemies
class,
like
but
cooking ingredients. Stir
why they
frying
gotta
them
do
over
that?
high heat as soon as they're in the
couldn't they have
pot.
made her something like,
While we're on the
I don't
topic of
know,
cooking,
foreigner?
we've recently organized the land ship.
I would
and
have even
filled out
liked
a few
ruler.
rooms. Since Rhodes Island is really looking forward to your cooking,
Oh yeah,
Chef Yu,
Knocknara is also
we've
another good
already
one to
set
get.
up a cabin
Thank
with a
goodness she
real
is free to play
Burmese
though,
kitchen for
because
you.
I was gonna be
You
annoyed.
did? I was actually going to invite everyone to come by Savers at U's when they got the chance. Never expected y'all to be so hospitable.
Neon was saying, once you try his cooking, you're gonna wanna lock him up here for good.
Since everyone is hankering for a taste of yen, might as well give them what they want.
I mean,
now.
does she qualify as
go.
Choco mapped?
I'll show you what it really means to be a chef.
Cheese mevd. Okay, now you're starting to make me hungry. This is starting to make me even more hungry.
Wow, everyone is so considerate here. You stocked this place with a complete set of utensils. You even arranged it like a proper Yanese kitchen.
What's Chang Yue doing
Hate
there?
to say it, but this place is giving my savers back in Faisal a
Like
run for
one
its
cheer
money.
you got for Sensei that
Well,
one
I'm
time.
glad you like it. Rhodes Island does our best to make our operators happy with their living
Oh,
spaces.
just cutting the
to
bonsai
make
tree.
them feel at home.
Oh, right. Speaking of my savers, not only do we make famous dishes, we also sometimes sell Yanese goods.
Ooh, I've heard you sell things like the Ding Feng Lo tea house furniture, headhunting permits, and trendy outfits for Ak and Gatano.
You really did your research, Anya.
There was an Ak
You
outfit?
can exchange any yum yum you have at Savers at Use for these
I
rare
actually need to
commodities.
remember that one.
They'll be free of charge otherwise, but considering how
Yes, very
popular
comically.
these goods are, make sure to form an orderly queue.
Oh, wow. I might have to start queuing early.
Though, one good question I
How
do
you
have
get this
is,
yum-yum
I
in
don't
the
think I
first
saw that
place?
bonsai tree there
You just need
beforehand.
to participate in the activities we put together for Baizhao cuisine and food culture to get your hands on some. Not only that, but by participating,
Bugged.
you will also have the chance to meet the famous food critic.
These
Zhu.
graphical glitches are
Like I
crazy.
said earlier, she's the one who wrote the Baizhao cuisine and food culture. I can't believe she's Blaze's little sister. They're nothing alike.
Well, one's straightforward and valiant, while the other is gentle and dignified. A perfect pair of sisters, if you ask me. You're only on board every once in a while, you, so I'm sure everyone will be missing your cooking while you're gone.
No need to worry about that.
Alright, let's
Since
check
I'll be
this
meeting
real
the doctor
fast.
through the new limited headhunting and Eternity of Flame. After that, who knows? I might get to stay on Rhodes Island for longer.
Wow, what an incredibly rare opportunity. The doctor
Alright.
must be looking forward to it. Hey, now that I think about it, you spend all day in front of a stove, but your clothes don't have a lick of oil or smoke on them. You look rather neat and tidy, outfit and hair tie drifting in the breeze like that.
Well, yes, Nian taught me all sorts of ways to make sure my clothes don't get stained. Makes sense, considering her cooking is a bit... we can leave it there, really. Alright,
Damn.
enough about me. Blaze
He
got
that
a
scared of
brand new
Neon?
look, too.
It really is a nice change of pace for her.
He is the
It seems
youngest,
she
so
can control her
probably
fiery arts
would
more
be something to
proficiently in
expect.
these new clothes. If looks could kill, she'd have burned the enemies until not even ash remained.
She might look like a hero, but when she's cooking, well... I mean, her sister is a gourmand, so why is she so...
Well, it goes without saying, but this banner is time limited. So if you're going to be charmed by you and Blaze, now's the time to do it, Doctor.
Big Oni
I'm
lady?
sure they'll help you out a lot, both in your daily life and on the battlefield.
Let's not go
Well,
overboard,
basically,
Anya.
new event going
By the
on
way,
in which
the doctor will also receive a pleasant banquet.
we're gonna
headhunting
get
permit
the new
when they
chef
log in
for
during
the
event period.
chef for the
Ooh,
pharmaceutical
that
company.
headhunting
I'll just
permit's
say
for
that.
the An Eternity
And if
of
you're talking about
Flame banner,
Hoshiguma,
right?
she's not exactly
Right
here.
again. This permit gives you 10 pulls on that limited
Well, at least
banner.
she's not for this event. We're
On top
still
of
waiting
that,
to get
the
to
doctor
whatever
will
the
give one
Japanese
free
country
pull with
is for
every
here,
day
because
you
there's
log in.
a whole bunch of freaking characters
All
from
in
there.
all, that's 24 free pulls over the course of the event.
Not bad, not bad. That's as generous as we get at Savers at Use.
We
Yep,
try our
Hoshiguma,
best.
the
So,
Oni woman.
make sure you don't forget to log in, Doctor.
Uh-huh. Long and lucky strips will
Still
also
waiting on
be
the altar,
available
so-
during the same time
Oh.
period. You can draw 2 strips every day, with the chance to receive up to 800 arundum a day.
If you end up with less than 400 arundum one day, you'll get to draw 1 additional strip the next day.
The strips will reset at 4 a.m. server time every day during the event period. Remember, if you miss a day, you won't get any extra drawings to make up for it.
Good
Yeah,
point.
yeah, we know.
Consider setting an alarm, Doctor.
I have the feeling the doctor will need more than just one. There's a sign-in event after all. The doctor will need to log in for 10 days out of the 14 to get all the rewards.
What kind of rewards?
Aside from a pile of materials, the doctor will also receive mysterious well-wishes from some friendly faces on the 1st, 4th,
Oh,
7th,
you have seen
and 10th days
Hoshiguma
they log in.
ascend to a higher plane.
Of course, simple greetings are never
She
enough.
is beyond our
So there's
needings.
a few small
Or
gifts to go
understanding.
with them.
I'm a little curious as to who might send the doctor a greeting card.
Yeah, make sure
On
this
top of all
is-
this, on the 8th login day, the doctor will receive some furniture brimming with the flavors of yen, the lucky sugar painting display.
It comes with a little bunny rabbit model. It's so cute. If
Oh,
I
a bitey.
added some icing to the sugar paintings and arranged some cakes around them,
Damn it, I keep
I
forgetting.
see an all-new taste sensation.
Better.
Sounds like you're deep in chef mode.
Huh? Sorry, got lost in my own thoughts for a moment.
I
I'll
mean,
head back to the kitchen later for some
don't
experiments.
don't give it away.
Happy to have
She
y'all
be
taste test.
if she learns she's a rabbit,
Lovely to hear.
bad
I'm
things
sure
can
everyone
happen.
on Rhodes Island is really looking forward to what you'll cook up, especially the doctor. Oh, right. Some operators have prepared special gifts for the doctor. They'll be delivered one by one.
They're useful materials from the looks of it.
I think
Should be
yeah, I
pretty
think
helpful to the
Chikuma did
doctor.
get one.
Just remember,
Actually, let me make sure of
once
that.
you've had your fill, you need to work harder
Oh,
than
here we
ever.
are.
Okay?
Glad I have that
Oh, wait.
hyperlink.
Why are you looking at me, Doctor? I never said anything like that.
All right, but seriously,
Okay.
remember to check your mailbox, Doctor.
Oh,
Yep,
you've managed
it
to
was that
explain
skin.
everything so vibrantly. I can see
Ah,
now why
Chikuma,
you
I actually
is
do
such
like her as a
legend.
unit to use with
Well,
aircrafts.
of course.
Just
As a chef,
man, is it
you
rough.
need to know how to talk to customers.
Yeah, that I will
Anyway,
agree with.
now
It
let's have a
it
look
has
at the new
gone towards
outfits
that
in the
crowd
store.
for the most part.
Wow! I see Shu, Almond, Zwala, and Benna too.
Are they
Those
gonna
little
show the
kids of
animations
theirs
for those
have
L2Ds?
So much personality and springtime flavor. Oh, I'm a big fan.
I know, right? If Shu were this to lunch at my restaurant, why, I'd have a line 10,000 li out the door. Sorry, going off topic again.
Yeah,
Shu's latest
it
look
was fun
will
then.
have everyone seeing her in a new light.
She gives off the impression of some graceful goddess, idly watching the earth below from heaven above. That beautiful purple robe really suits her, and it adds to her fairy tale mystique. Oh my! That flower pattern on her lace skirt is adorable.
Makes me wonder,
All
will we
while
ever
adding
hit
a
130?
casual flair. Oh, such amazing.
And will there probably be
craftsmanship.
a second retrofit because I've been hearing the
I'm
Queen
really
Elizabeth stand
curious
still
as to
going
what
for her
tea she's
retrofit.
drinking.
Likely
Next
ain't
up,
gonna come,
we have
but
the
hey,
look. I
it is what it
understand
is.
he's John's colleague, one of the candle holders of the sweet regulator, yes?
That's him. He was with us at Yumen, then again at Da Huang.
Oh, this outfit is pretty much perfect for him then. It gives him the
Hey,
air
if
of
you're
a
looking
young
for a challenge, it's
swordsman
probably a good one
wandering
for
the
you.
Jianghu of Yen. Not only that, it incorporates aspects of his Tian Shigang. Whether he's out on a walk or in a fight, he'll find it easy to move about. I'm really struck by how cool this outfit looks.
A handsome and dashing figure indeed.
Well said. Alright, let's see who's next. Apparently, this was what Almond wore on a field mission in Yen. I think it really fits her, considering how lively and cute she looks.
Wow, that crimson hue
I
goes
mean,
well
you
with
could
her
argue
vivacious
they
set.
got a Queen Elizabeth too, if
The
you're
long
talking
skirt
about
and
Lion,
wide
who's like the
sleeves
new
bring
you
out her
are and
latent
whatnot.
cuteness, making
But
her oh so
nah,
very,
she
very
hasn't gotten the two.
adorable. I feel my
We did
heart
get
skipping
like
just
what
looking
was
at
it?
her.
We did get like the siren version
Bella's
of
outfit
her
is sure to turn
Queen
some
Elizabeth
heads, too.
meta.
Take a look. I understand she wore this
Because I
out
know
on
they
a
got the,
field mission
I know
in
we
the
got the
prairie.
meta version. We
You can
just
see how they've
didn't
taken
get
those
anything
traditional
else.
Viennese designs
Yeah, we
and
got
given
Yorktown
them a
too.
modern refresh. I'll have to ask her later if those xiaolong bao she's holding were any good.
Was it Wasp? Because
Well,
I think
either way, this new outfit of Benna's is lightweight
yeah,
and
that
accentuates
has
her
been one of the
natural
wildest
cuteness.
things. Almost every time we've had a
Are these
limited
gonna
event
let
in AL,
chasing
we've gotten
after
like
the
a meta ship
xiaolong
from it
bao?
too.
I can't blame them.
And it's like,
since they
I
look
think it's like,
delicious.
there's like the JP ships
Oh, right. I nearly
that we've
forgot.
started getting like
Aside from
2
these main
per
outfits, 14
Japanese
half
anniversary,
ensembles from
I think
Double
starting
11
with,
productions will be restocked and back on the
who
rack.
was it?
Wow, these costumes
I forget, but
have such a distinctive feel
I
to
think
them,
we got 2
and
for
they're a
1
real
on a
shake-up to
Japanese
our operators'
ship.
usual
Oh,
styles.
Memphis.
If you like how they look, don't miss out, or you'll regret
Yeah,
it,
the Battle
Doctor.
Pass one, of which
You got
now
that
you can get
right.
her.
Likewise, the Rose
Forget
Fashion
how,
Review will
though.
open for a limited time. This fashion review will feature 142 outfits. Use this chance to
142?
really give your eyes a feast to remember, Doctor.
Well, their outfits
The
already
returning
bought, but
outfits are as impressive as
it
ever.
would suck for anyone there
Next,
trying to
let
get
me tell
that.
the doctor
Oh,
about our new furniture sets. Both the Peace All Year Round activity room and the Ding Feng Lo Tea House come with their own stories. Let's start with the Peace All Year Round activity room we're in right now. It's a Shengshu style room recreated from Yanni's archival data. We also consulted Neon on the furniture.
Well, actually, no, never
Does the
mind.
room
I
bring
just
back
remembered.
memories?
I'm still missing 2 skins.
Sure does. If
And
I
it's
had
the
to say
fucking
why,
KFC
it'd be
ones.
because I have a vague
Ah,
memory
that
of my
that
family
still
enjoying
burns
a
me
meal
up in
around
how
the
that
table.
happened.
Much like this one. A really noisy meal at that.
Digressing.
There's Chongyue's potted tree, Dusk's drafting table, and the stone statue Nian likes to use for throwing knife practice. I also remember the stone stool she keeps her mahjong tiles in. There's some bittersweet memories here.
Just goes to show how much input Neon had in the design. It also means the doctor can have a better understanding of the soy operator's past by examining the furniture. Next up, a recreation of the famous Dingfeng Lo Tea House of Baizhou, based on Blaze's description.
Dingfeng Lou has a long and storied history, with one of the greatest reputations of any eatery in
Okay,
Baizhou.
that was
While
crazy.
most of the furniture is
She literally
antique,
just
some of the
blinked
decor
back
is
to the other
actually
end.
pretty modern.
They could have done a little bit better with the footage
Not
there.
only are there classic tea house furnishings and antique glass teacups, there are also voice-controlled teapots and a floor-to-ceiling screen that shows the view outside. Who knows? Drinking tea here might be a novel experience.
You'll have to go with the doctor to see for yourself.
We sure will. If you like the furniture, Doctor, make sure to get it while you can. Next up are some new arrivals to the store.
And now they're gonna
Doctor.
bleed people's wallets.
Closure went to great pains to put together these elegant packs.
So if I calculate
The
all of those
Rhodes Island
together,
Special
that's
Pack
both
contains plenty of Originite Prime. The Rhodes Island
$80
Upgrade
for all of
Pack
those
comes
packs.
with a surplus of growth
you don't need the
materials. And
briefcase.
the Baizhou
That's
Sightseeing
not really
Pack
needed.
has both Originite Prime and a 10-roll
So if you take the briefcase off,
Choose
that's
whichever one
70.
is right for you, Doctor.
Let's not forget my super heavy briefcase. With this many Loman dollars, you could try every last dish at Savers at Use.
I'll definitely be dropping by with the doctor when we have the time.
Not only does the Rhodes Island Resource Pack
And
contain lots
now
of
we hit the
Originite
bigger
Prime,
packs.
headhunting permits, and growth materials, it also includes module materials as well. It's sure to satisfy all the Doctor's needs in one handy package.
The special training pack series is also making its return, Doctor. And there's no better way to help operators level up quickly.
Well, that
There's
season
also
3,
the
well, the season 4 of the
comprehensive
anime.
skill training pack, which contains
Yep, season 4 is about to
Yes,
get
it's
funded with
skill training
these.
packs. A handy helper for
We are
any
finna fund
operator's
another
training
Arknights
regimen.
anime.
The Rhodes Island data pack
I'll be honest,
and Rhodes
I'm not
Island
really
data
all that
set
against it.
come with plenty of module materials. Considering
Yep.
how important they are for
There
combat,
is an Arknights
remember to
anime,
stock
and it's
up
already
them,
on
Doctor.
season 3.
We've also restocked our Caster and Defender chip packs, perfectly suited for you and Blaze.
I'll have to see if these chips can actually help me develop my kitchen skills at all.
Finally, we have the Rhodes Island Headhunting Pack, containing an assortment of 6-star operator groups to choose from.
Yeah, I
If you need
don't
to
think
shore
I
up
will
your
buy
roster,
that.
Doctor, you can't go wrong
Wait,
with this one.
You can buy that one twice?
That's all for the new arrivals at the
That's
store.
pretty freaking wild.
Closure said
But
she went
yeah,
over
that sounds about
budget
right.
with these. So I hope they live up to your expectations, Doctor. After the update drops, Arketo, Iris, and Beanstalk will all be available in Recruit.
Okay, so I need to
See,
use
noted
any
that
top or
the
senior op
recruit slots will be
tags
forcibly
before
refreshed during
this.
the update. So
Because
please make sure to do
I
recruiting
was
beforehand.
irresponsible in the
Indeed.
past.
But I'm sure the
Very
Doctor
irresponsible.
won't forget. Ah, yes. I'm sure
She
you're
is.
already aware of the specialized module system,
Wait.
Doctor.
Who's my
Unlike ordinary modules, these specialized modules only take effect in specific game
Okay,
modes.
who were the
Putting
ones
them
on
to
this
use
one?
under the right circumstances.
Because I'm
can lead
trying to
some
remember. This isn't the
surprising
Rose
results.
Montes one, because that's
Dusk
out.
told me this latest upgrade has given her new inspiration for her
Dusk.
finishing touch.
Eunectus may already be an
Eh,
expert at
oh.
reclamation algorithm, but with this new module, I believe she'll
Dusk
do
for
even
IS
better outcome.
and
We'll let you
Eunectus
explore the details
for
for yourself
reclamation
later,
algorithm.
Doctor.
So this is gonna be a very
Alright.
wild one.
Those places will be the ones stocking Blue Poison's outfit, right?
Ah, they finally
Yes.
added that to the shop.
It'll be available in exchange for distinction certificates
BP
or universal
is
certificates.
here.
Sounds like it's time to get more of those certs.
Gotta be lucky enough to get her, I
Doctor,
guess.
Now that we've covered the new exchange
Actually, no, I
rewards,
think she's like-
our
Yeah, she's
official
a 5-star, never
Arknights
mind.
social media will be holding a series of events. We've got plenty of prizes, both in-game and physical rewards.
That's right. With Amia and I as your hosts, these rewards will surely be as plump as a prize foul beast.
First is one of your favorites, Doctor, a lucky draw. As thanks for the Doctor's continued support over the years, we will be hosting a lucky draw on social media for 5 days, with 4 lucky players chosen each day.
Yeah, I ain't
Keep
got
an
no
eye on our
Facebook
official
and I ain't got no
social media
Twitter.
accounts, so you
So
don't miss
I'm
out.
good.
Who will win the
That
prizes,
plus-
I wonder?
I'm already a
We
lung
also
millionaire.
have an
I
activity
ain't got
right
much
here
I
on
want
this
out of that.
5.5-year anniversary live stream. The doctors currently watching can join with the tap of a finger. Share an exciting moment from this live stream on X or Facebook, and don't forget these hashtags: Arknights Celebration and Arknights Livestream. So long as those tags are there, your post will
Oh
count
boy,
as a
the
valid
beans
entry.
are gonna be in all of them
I hope
posts.
everyone has nice things to say about my first hosting gig.
Next up, we've got a video creation event happening alongside. Such is
Also
the
an event
joy
I'm not
of
touching
our
on.
reunion.
There's plenty of adventure waiting for you in Baizhou
Eh,
to get
I'll
you
do fine
tasting
without
the
them.
flavors of life. You'll be glad you visited.
I just want the
If
characters.
you have any unforgettable memories
Because
or
Blaze and you are
experiences in the
fucking
city,
insane
remember
characters.
to tell us through the event.
Very insane.
Oh, that really gets me thinking about
And
my
by
favorites
insane,
at
I mean
use.
they do a shit ton of
Oh
damage.
dear, homesick
Especially when
already?
paired together.
Don't worry, you can watch the doctor's submissions to feel better. Also, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all the creators. We couldn't have reached our 5th video creation event without your incredible support.
I can't wait to see your video entries.
finally, we'll drop a 5.5-year anniversary emote pack on social media platforms a little later, so you can make good use of them.
Whoa, everyone's looking as cute as a cloud beast.
Oh, they got a
By
late
the way, Doctor, the ambient synesthesia
sticker.
screening is in full swing. You can revisit every story that unfolded at Rhodes Island through the music and visuals.
Yeah, none of that's near my
Music,
area, so
much
I
like
ain't
food,
going.
is something that delights the heart. I really wish to savor this feast with everyone.
I've heard the souvenir shop managed to get some Yanese crafts in. Let's go take a look.
Hello, Doctor. We hope you're enjoying the celebration. Next, we'll be introducing the 5.5 anniversary merchandise lineup.
This time, we've prepared a dazzling array of new products for you. Let's take a look.
First up is the highly popular character painted glass charm. This release features 4 brand new designs, starring you and Blaze
Nice.
in an anniversary event story.
I just
Plus,
don't think I'm
Shu
gonna
and
be
Chongyu
buying it. Well,
in their amazing
I
outfits.
might.
The acrylic charms for you and Blaze continue the exquisite stained glass aesthetic. Paired with their signature colors, these charms become even more striking on the light and shadow.
The charms for Shu and Chongyu showcase their elegant outfits, retaining the stained glass flair, but with a touch of modern fashion.
Hey,
We
they gotta
hope you
show the
love
merch
them.
somehow.
Shu and Chongyu's outfit-themed charms are exclusive to the global service.
Animes don't fund themselves.
Next, we
Well,
have
anime
adorable
and another
operator
gacha
pleasure
game don't
charms,
fund
each
themselves.
perfectly capturing the operator's iconic expressions.
Which announce signature mischievous smirk, Jessica's endearing kitty-eye look, Suzulen's irresistibly sweet and naive charm. They are just too cute.
Could any doctor really resist taking these
That
little
one
friends
looks more
home?
malicious.
Let them accompany you on your daily adventures. Our next product is the acrylic
Yes,
headhunting bag shaker
Chungus.
charm, inspired by the operator recruitment system and packed with clever little details.
That's right. It isn't just about adorable chibi operators.
And ironically, they're all limited.
Its magnetic clasp lets you open the charm and customize your own unique recruitment pack. Let's create your top-tier pools.
Finally, we present the Rhodes Island themed baseball cap with an intricately embroidered logo. The adjustable strap at the back.
Hey, it's
ensures
how we
a comfortable
recruit.
fit, even for extended
If they
wear.
don't come from a duffel
Wear it.
bag, then
Let
you're
this
doing something
man
wrong.
know you're the doctor.
A new story, a new journey. How could you embark without the perfect cap?
Okay, I
This
might
pack
want
is
that
a
cap.
companion for your adventures.
That wraps up all of the 5.5 anniversary merchandise. Are there any items that caught your eye, Doctor?
We hope these products will help you fully enjoy the anniversary festivities.
Hopefully it doesn't wind up like the whole NJ or Cheshire mug for the AL store.
Thank you for your unwavering support.
Don't forget to follow our official Twitter at ShopYostar for details on this release and more giveaway info.
Oh,
Time to say
$5
goodbye now,
code.
Doctor. We will return with more exciting surprises next time.
Hey,
Looking forward to seeing you all
actually,
again.
considering that they're doing modules for DR,
The
well,
quality of
PR
Yanese
ships now.
handicrafts is exceptional as ever. Lots of operators like to buy them as
Yeah,
gifts for
Cheshire
family,
was
apparently.
a fun time to
If
think
you'd
about.
like some for yourself, Doctor,
The amount of
you better
hate that
think
ship
about it.
has, it's wild. But also, the devs did shoot themselves in the foot with that.
Leftover revival.
They got what
coming
they
right up.
deserved, in a sense.
I'm really excited to see what he's cooking up for us, Doctor.
You don't go full I'm not gonna say that
We've
here.
been so busy lately that we haven't eaten together in quite a while, have we?
You two, go wash your hands. Food will be ready in just a minute.
Let's let him cook,
Oh,
Doctor.
I missed another bean.
Shall we go freshen up?
The show hasn't started, and this place is already
Oh,
such
Flappy.
a riot. Hello, doctors. I'm Christina Kowalchuk, the voice of Lapland. Happy 5.5-year anniversary, Arknights. Thank you for all the love you've shown Lapland along the way. Our wolf girl here is a crazy one. She comes off totally
Crazy
unhinged,
is an
getting under
understatement.
the skin of
She's
everyone she bumps
insane.
into.
Literally.
But the way she riles them up is actually pretty carefully calculated, showing a sort of secret wisdom she's hiding down there. The way she chases Texas is kind of the same. She looks like she's out to kill her or something, but she's actually there to help. No one really knows what she's up to, underneath all the crazy things
I
she
mean,
does.
maybe.
But maybe there's an order to the chaos, and this madwoman is the one who's really got it all figured out. Here's hoping you'll keep supporting both Lapland and Arknights. power is the true wolf pack. It's the game all citizens, no, all humanity was born playing.
Who else?
If you knew the first thing
Javier,
about
my
alchemy,
man.
you'd know it doesn't respond to desire. Not mine.
And
or anyone
ironically,
else's.
2 altars.
Hello, doctors. I'm Javier Bañas, the voice of Thorns the Lodestar. Thorns the Lodestar is Arknights' first 6-star alchemist operator. In Exodus from the Pale Sea, after the bad guys destroy Thorns' sword, he happens to gain control of the Corazonics and becomes a first-rate alchemist. And here's where our young hero, who was always so reserved in fear of losing himself to the overwhelming hopes and dreams of others, comes to understand that there's nothing wrong with people influencing each other. Everyone starts with an empty heart, and it's through interpersonal relationships that we build our complete selves. Once he comes to understand his own heart, Thorns takes on the duties and responsibilities of a sea captain and bravely sails into uncharted waters, setting out on a new
Still
journey.
kind of wild he
All the
became the
unknowns
captain of
this
his own
world
ship.
are worth discovering, just like
But good on him.
Arknights' new game content. I hope you will learn from Thorns in this new game update, Doctors, and advance fearlessly to clear all the stages. And happy 5.5-year anniversary to Arknights. Huh, Doctor? How did you find this sanctuary? Me? When the crew gets too rowdy, I retreat here for some peace and quiet. Isn't it strange? Out here, where the only sound is the wind and the waves, I somehow hear the echoes of voices from Rhodes Island.
Yeah, some of the girlies in the chat are going wild over there.
We meet again.
Yes.
This method of contact
The
that
man
you're imposing upon
Opiatus.
me, is it
Half
Rhodes
Seaborn,
Island's
half
standard treatment?
Aegir,
Or perhaps it is
100%
you
dad.
trying to confirm if my sense of
And
self
that
has
fucking
already
anchor
begun
of
to
his.
change. Opianis, Abyssal Hunter. Hello everyone, I'm Taylor
I
Clark
just
Hill,
can't
the
hate
voice
dudes
of
that use
Opianis.
anchors in
Happy
fights.
5.5-year
Especially
anniversary, Doctor.
his anchor.
I'm sure everyone is familiar with this operator, who made his debut in Steltifera Navis. Ulpianis, the Aegir determined to eradicate the Seaborn, was the first abyssal hunter to undergo Seaborn cell assimilation. He has a strong will. During the operation to kill the Firstborn, he was heavily injured and fell into a trench. But he survived by eating Seaborn flesh. With his keen intuition, he detects the Church of the Deep's infiltration into Aegir High Command, doing everything he can to prevent the fall of Miliarium during the Waterway program. He may not be good with words, but he's definitely a great teacher, guiding his disciples forward in his own unique way. He may be misunderstood, but he's definitely a brave warrior, and he's risked his life time and time again to save the Aegir. At the end of the Path of Life story, he willingly dives into the fray, blending into the Seaborn many, in order to uncover the truth and prevent the destruction of Aegir. Ulpianis comes from the Abyss and returns to the Abyss. I hope you'll keep following his story, Doctor.
Well, he is the Abyssal Hunter.
The hunters will lose awareness if deprived of water, but they need only return to the sea to awaken their past. How about you? What opportunity
God
would
damn
you
it.
need? What did you forget, and
They're
why
doing
did
the
you
crazy
forget
shit.
it? You have been to the depths of the Abyssal Sea. You are connected to all this. I need you to recall, Doctor.
Oh,
The work of this kitchen is
use
if you
voice
ask
actor
me,
now.
the most significant thing in this land. Hello, doctors! Happy 5.5 anniversary! 5.5周年快乐！我是莫雅瑞琳 and I voiced you. On this joyous occasion, our man Yu, the youngest sweet sibling, is finally making his debut in the game. One of
His
the 12
debut where
fragments
he
of
will
Sui,
be worked.
Yu has lived a life in the mortal realm that
Kid is
seems
too strong.
pretty normal compared to his siblings. He
May?
runs his own little eatery in the city of Baizhou
Which type of May we
called
talking
Savers
about?
At Use, and cooks up all kinds of delectable dishes. It's how he observes the world as a regular
Overwatch.
human.
Yeah.
Flames
Might be able
burn
to find
bright in Yu's kitchen as the years in diners come and go. He pumps out magnificent meals one
I
after
don't play
another,
Overwatch, but it's
launching
always good.
partings and reunions as he seeks answers in his exotic flavors.
Yeah.
I hope you take this chance and enjoy
Apparently,
everything this
it looks like this
delightful
is a
story has to
different
offer,
voice actress.
right alongside you. The flavors of
Apparently,
the land are endless, and I've
May
discovered
is
all the ones
Elise
I can
Zhang
see.
for both English
As for
and
what comes
Chinese
next,
Mandarin.
哎呀，不想了，不想了。
Oh, the hell? Oh, either way. Well, let's see who. Wow, they decided to give us all the fucking Chinese characters for that name. I ain't gonna lie. It's cool we're seeing another Chinese native, or at least someone who might be Chinese American, I guess, playing another character from Yan. Anyways, on to Vigigame. Well, that was a good time. And it's been a little over an hour. So I'll probably go ahead and grab myself a bite to eat and call it an end here. Yeah, you might want to get on that because FGO is very stringent about that crap. Anyways. You ever decide to stream, I'll probably hop on and chill there for a bit while I enjoy food. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an end here and grab me some nachos.